The slide of spleen here, we can see that spleen is surrounded from outside by a capsule, and this capsule, which is consist of the dense irregular connective tissue, send an extension to the interior of the spleen. This structure here is called the trabeculae, and usually these trabeculae, when the blood vessels enter the spleen, will go through the capsule and then will continue and accompanied by the trabecular tissue. So this area here, the artery that found inside these trabeculae, is called the trabecular artery. In this spleen here, we can see if we have like a cross section, there is no clear cortex and medulla. Instead, we have this structure here, we call it the white bulb, whereas the other tissue that surround this white bulb is called the red bulb, and usually the white bulb is consist or composed of the lymphocyte or the lymph nodules, whereas the red bulb is infiltrated with all element of the blood, the red blood cells and the white blood cells. If we increase the magnification, this is the area of the capsule, and you can see this is the extension called the trabeculae. And this trabeculae, as I said, inside them we find the blood vessels, which is called, for example, the trabecular artery. See this extension here? If we increase the magnification, you can see here the endothelial cell, the smooth muscle. This is the trabecular artery, and this is the area of the connective tissue. As I said, we have two important structures here. We have the white bulb and we have here the red bulb. As I said here, it consists of blood sinusoid, and usually this sinusoid is infiltrated with all elements of the blood, whereas at this area here we have the lymph nodules, and here we have very important structure, which is the nodular arteriole or the central arteriole, and this is a diagnostic feature for the spleen. This nodule contains, the lymph nodule contains this central arteriole or nodular arteriole, and these can be easily differentiated from the nodules that found in the lymph node. In the lymph node, they don't have this arteriole, the central arteriole or the nodular arteriole. If we increase the magnification of these nodules, we can see they are consist of the lymphocyte. All these cells that found here is the lymphocyte, and mostly the other cells that found at this area here is the cytoreticulum, which is the supportive tissue of these nodules. Okay, and you can see here clearly this is the arteriole, the central arteriole or the nodular arteriole. If we go back in magnification, again, this is the white bulb and this is the red bulb. If we increase the magnification in the red bulb, we can see it's blood sinusoid, and all of these cells are the blood cells, the red blood cells and the white blood cells. As I said, the spleen is the largest lymphoid organ, is the source of the macrophage, play a role in the process of the erythrophagia, which is when the cells of the red blood cells get older, the spleen will be responsible for the process of the engulf and destroyed these cells. You can see here all of that is the trabecular tissue. This is the red bulb, And again here we have the white bulb, and this is the artery, which is the nodular artery or the central arteriole.